going on, everyone? This is Jacob Vile. Today I've got a system update as well as a couple songs. I'm going to give you a demo of my scrapwood box that's from my previous system, a single 18 and a big 4th order. Going to stay tuned. It's going to be a pretty impressive demo I hope to show y'all. Use discount code Jacob Vile when you shop at Down for Sound, Sky High Car Audio, and others. Links in the description. Thanks for watching and enjoy the video. So I've got a couple of songs I want to demo today, give you a quick little update on the system, and sorry it's been a long wait, a couple weeks coming. I had a couple of truck issues, but this is my box right now. Not the prettiest by no means, but I did a couple changes and I'll kind of give you the steps of that, and I did some SPL tests. For my previous video you'll have to check out, I went ahead and put the link in the description. This was out when I actually installed these other amplifiers I'm going to show you as well, 2 of the 6000s. So before the last update, if y'all didn't watch that, I dialed in my port and my SPL score, which is right here. I ended up, final results after doing my port adjustment, my results is 157.5 decibels, around the low 40 hertz range, and a pretty musical box still, really peaky, but I'm really happy with the results, and that's around 7,000 plus watts clamped power to get that number. And right now this box is peaking in the 42 to 44 hertz range with where it is. So before that score, I started at a 153 dB when I had my port right here, and then I opened it up to here, and this is where I got it at a 156 decibel. And then when I added in this bottom roundover and this top roundover, that got me to a score of a 157.5. So about a dB.5 jump by me rounding over my bottom and top. Kind of close to my port area. I've done port adjustments, reducing my cone area to port area ratio anywhere from 70% up to 150%. And this is about where it's liking right now, which is probably around 140% cone area for my ratio on it. But we're going to get to see how it sounds today. This is a 5.2 to 1 ratio 4th order. And I got a lot of SPL tape in here. I call it SPL tape. It's 3M tape. I use it because of it's cheap and I can remove it if I want. And it gives me everything I need to test and tweak my system and seals all the cracks. I didn't use any glue in this box. This is all scrap wood from my actual system. I added another layer here, but it's just 2x4, 2x6s behind this, and 1 layer of birch, and then birch on top of the 2x6s for my last structure. And pretty much besides that, just a lot of screws in the bottom platform. Let me show you the amps back here. System's not the prettiest, but I've got 100 amp hours of underground power lithium and 2 SoundCube 6000s. These are ran at half ohm each. They're strapped at 1 ohm, so I have it strapped. You'd have to watch the previous video I did a couple weeks ago on the main channel, actually getting these installed, giving you a review of the amplifier I'm running, as well as updates of getting everything installed and showing you the process. So, and I have a 410 amp alternator up underneath the hood. I don't have to show you that. So 410 amp alt, 100 amp hours of underground power, lithium, and 2 6Ks at 1 ohm strapped. So after rise, it's probably, I'm in an area where I'm able to play music, so it's a little loud right now with trucks driving by. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's a gonna be clamping around 5 to 6,000 watts when I turn it up all the way on music, and then whenever I'm playing just standard for a burp, it's gonna be 7 to 8,000 watts clamped between both of these amplifiers. That was my goal, and these amplifiers are giving me what I need pretty much for this system. And it's a musical build. I don't want it to be a one-note wonder burp box, but it does do really well in the high 30 to low 40 hertz range. It falls off anywhere below 24, 25 hertz on the low end. On the high end, it'll go up to around 50 hertz, 48, 50 hertz before it falls off. But crazy to see how far I've gotten with this single sub from my previous system where I had 418s in here. And all scrap wood. I haven't spent an extra penny on any of the wood or consumables. Of course, I did get some tape, which was like $40 or $50 worth of tape, but that's all I've got in this build for this year so far. Everything else, well, besides the amplifiers I upgraded, the lithium I had from last year, the sub I had from last year, the wire I had from last year, all the wood, screws, PVCs from last year. Really, the only thing I got was the tape and these 2 sound cubes for this year. So I'm pretty much trying to keep my budget as low as possible and see how I can get as loud as I can. And you saw the SPL score. It was a 157.5 decibels so far at like 41, 42 hertz. And that was on the glass. So I can show you this side real quick so you can kind of see a different angle view for how it looks. and then I'll get to the bass demo. But I just had a couple extra pieces of 2x6s in here to reinforce it. If anybody has any suggestions or what I could do to get any improvement on loud output, let me know without spending money, only things that I already have. And let's see if I can improve it any loud output as it already is. Looking forward to y'all suggestions too. So we're gonna go ahead and get to the bass demo now. Not the prettiest system, but I'm happy with it and it works for me. I've done a lot of different systems over the years, and this is my loudest single sub, and I haven't really heard a lot of single subs that are musical doing high 50s on music, so pretty impressive to see this. So here we go. Not going to be able to go full tilt when I do this demo because I'm not going to be revving the alternator, and I'm going to be doing some walk around, show you the outside flex and all of that, but show you some sub flex too. So be sure to give it a like if you haven't already and subscribe. This is going to be a fun demo. All right, here we go. Young Jeezy put on. Let's see what it does for sub flex. 42 hertz. This is on my playlist on my channel. You'll have to look it up. I'll put it in the description. All right, go to the club, both windows down. Let's see what it does. Coca. Yo Gotti 26 and up. Got 160s music. Hertz. All right, I need to stop. I can smell it a little bit. The cone is a little hot, not hot, but a warm to touch, which means that I put some sub abuse to it. I never clipped in that video as well. It was all clean signal. One perk of having too much power is you can always turn it up a little more when you burp, and then when you play music, you can turn it down to where it doesn't clip. And I was giving the sub anywhere from 4 to 8,000 watts, depending on the tone frequency, all clean signal. Subwoofer's handling it. 4,000 watt RMS sub, taking double power on music. Pretty impressed with the results. The SPL score, once again, a 57.5 so far. More tweaking, and also playing into the 20 hertz range without issues, as y'all saw with the little flex. I hope y'all enjoyed that up front when I was doing the visor flex. Pretty crazy. Probably could float a towel, a small towel of course, but pretty impressive. Stay tuned for more. See you in the next one.